As a result of the Polish Supreme Court ruling, National Prosecutor Dariusz Barski has attempted to appear at work. However, the services under Adam Bodnar prevented him from entering the National Prosecutor's office. On Friday, the Supreme Court's criminal chamber ruled that Dariusz Barski is the National Prosecutor at all times. I simply came here to assume my official duties in accordance with the Supreme Court's ruling. I believe that this is my duty, which is why I came here. Polish law clearly stipulates that a presidential opinion is needed to appoint a national prosecutor, which in the case of Dariusz Korneluk was not there. Prosecutor Korneluk is not a conversation partner for me because he is not a national prosecutor. There cannot be two national prosecutors. The national prosecutor is one, and I perform this function. Bodnar's people took every possible measure to block Prosecutor Barski's entrance to the building. The security even checked the trunks of entering cars. A female correctional service officer just stated that the national prosecutor was to go through the clearance office. That is, to make a special one-time pass to the building, or to not make one, but to apply for one. This treatment is downright brazen. Parallel to the attempt to enter the National Prosecutor's office, Poles protesting against the lawlessness of the Tusk team gathered in front of the building. They want to introduce a system of anarchy in Poland, because then society is weak. What we have seen lately is that there are some attempts to govern not by written law, not by enacted law, but by law created by legal opinions, which we know can be biased, and there is no consent of Poles for that. I am a man who fought in Solidarity in 1980. I never expected that the time would come that I would feel again like I did under communism. The whole commotion is viewed with concern by Polish President Andrzej Duda, who, his associates assure him, intends to intervene. Andrzej Duda has invited Prosecutor Barski to the presidential palace tomorrow. I think there will be very specific actions by the president related to the fact that the constitution in Poland is no longer applied by some institutions. Adam Bodnar was well aware that Dariusz Barski would come to work today because the national prosecutor had sent him an open letter demanding that he be unbarred from the workplace. All of the actions that have led to the de facto prevention of me from carrying out my function as First Deputy Prosecutor General, National Prosecutor, have not and do not find any support in the law. It seems that the ruling coalition politicians are blind to reality and continue to intend to break the law. There is no legal basis for Mr. Dariusz Barski to hold the office of National Prosecutor. The prosecutor is Mr. Prosecutor Dariusz Korneluk, and these are the facts. Well, these are only your facts, but the verdict was different by the Supreme Court. What about this verdict, Mr. Marshal? Please do not attack me. You are violating my space. We're verifying, say the politicians of sovereign Poland, who have submitted a request to the police to execute the Supreme Court ruling and get the usurpers out of the National Prosecutor's office. Today, we know that the crime of attempting to forcibly remove National Prosecutor Barski from his office was committed. So far, the police have been passive and have not helped the legitimate National Prosecutor to enter the building. The dismantling of the rule of law continues in earnest. The government respects only those verdicts that are in its favour, and all this is done in the context of the so-called fighting democracy.